Hey folks, welcome to this week's edition of BrushPile Fishing. We're in late November and it's a little bit chilly this morning. We're on Lake Murray, South Carolina. We're going to see what the winter bite's like here. I've got a great guest, Bubba Maroney from Glo-Pro Jigs. We've got a great show in store for you today, so stay tuned. We'll be right back with BrushPile Fishing.
Many people look at a lake and feel a sense of calm serenity. Crappie fishermen feel the heart-pounding anticipation of the thump. That's why host Russ Bailey is addicted to crappie fishing. It's this addiction that takes Russ from the Midwest to the Deep South in search of the best lakes, techniques, and patterns from some of the best crappie anglers in the country. Right here on BrushPile Fishing.
Hey folks, welcome back to BrushPile Fishing. We're in Lake Murray, South Carolina with my big friend, Big Bubba Maroney. Bubba, how we doing?
Guys?
I'll tell you what, you know, we come down here south to get a little bit warmer weather. It's a little bit chilly this morning.
You ain't getting it now.
You know, they've got 40 degrees, but we've got a pretty stout north wind right now. What's that going to do to these fish?
North wind's usually good on this lake.
Okay.
Usually good. Now, Lake Murray is a hydroplant lake, so they are drawing the water a little bit. That could affect us.
Okay.
But we're going to be fishing bridge columns, which fish can, you know, get on the opposite side of the pulling to get out the current.
Okay.
So that gives us a nice aiming point to shoot for today.
Is that a nice pattern you like fishing in the winter here?
Far as bridges, yeah.
Okay, good deal.
Bridges, yes. If I'm on a dock, I go on the side that the current's facing.
And of course, our jig of the day.
We're going to be using the Glo-Pro Micro Fry and Micro Dancers.
Okay, you ready to get started?
Let's get started.
Lake Murray, South Carolina, here we come, folks. Hey folks, welcome back to BrushPile Fishing. Just getting started this morning on Lake Murray, South Carolina. I'm with Bubba Maroney. We're concentrating right now on bridge pilings. Just getting started. It is a cold South Carolina morning. Temperatures are about 40, but we've got a very strong north wind and it is brutal right now.
I think it followed us.
Followed us all the way from Ohio, didn't it? But you know what they say, Bubba, you catch a couple fish, you warm right up.
Oh yeah. Especially when we get on some of these Lake Murray slabs.
Using the Micro Dancers today by Glo-Pro. Pretty darn good baits.
Oh yeah. I like the color selections too, man. They pretty much got anything you want.
Yep. Right now, folks, we got about 52-degree water temperature. We're fishing about 20 foot of water on this little bridge. Yeah, water's a lot clearer here, ain't it?
Oh yeah. Only problem is setting hook under this bridge.
Yeah.
But it's a great spot to fish. There's a trick that I do up under this bridge. The reason I have my pole down in the water, a lot of people would say, hey, it might scare the fish, but no, that's not it. I'm fishing a low-hanging bridge. I can't set my pole, so I stick it down in the water with the amount of line that I need on the other end of it, and I'm using my fingers to feel the bite. When I feel the bite, I pull back, and then I work the pole back. This is the easiest way that I've found to get it done up under here. You got him, get him, Russ.
There we go.
Oh, it's a crappie. That's what we come in. Go behind you, go behind you.
He was on, when I say on the bottom,
yeah.
Dude, I couldn't have got any lower. Whoo! We're under this bridge. You can see we're like at the bottom of it. And when you set that hook and bring it up, you don't have much room to swing those in. So you got to reel pretty far.
This time of year around this lake,
he was laying on the bottom.
You have to go to the fish.
And there's, like I say, folks, on that last one you've seen, it's hard to get the fish in because we're using still the larger poles, a 10.5.
And we're using the micro dancer instead of the micro fry, a little bit bigger head. The wind's blowing, they are drawing the water out here, so it is a little bit more current than usual. So we got to get something to get down there to the fish, and they are on the bottom. Get him. There he is, Russ. It's another nice one.
And that one, folks.
Did he smack it?
He smacked it, and it was as the jig was falling down. Get him in here. Then reel up. And this is where we actually, folks, didn't plan on fishing this bridge. We had a taller bridge, but the wind was so strong.
We could have got on the fish at the other bridge too. It's just we couldn't. We're having trouble staying up on this one. The wind's just really bad.
You know, we hear a lot about the crappie will only feed up, and that's true, but that doesn't mean they won't be close to that bottom. All I'm doing now is just lowering right back to the bottom.
Got him.
There we go. What you got there, Bubba?
Feels like a nice crappie.
Get him in, get him in.
Oh,
look at there. Now that's a nice crappie. Woo! I take it that's a good Murray slab right there.
Oh yeah.
Don't go away. More BrushPile fishing action is on the way. War Eagle Boats, the most versatile line of hunting and fishing aluminum boats available. We strive to overcome real hunting and fishing obstacles, which drives us to create better products in the future. Check out the Blackhawk 2170, the ultimate crappie fishing boat. Built on a 22-degree V-hull and paired with a 150 horsepower motor, you get lots of space and performance. All War Eagle boats are built to suit the needs of our customers, guaranteeing you a boat worthy of the investment. Visit wareagleboats.com to get yours started today.
Introducing NKT.TV, a brand new solution for the cord-cutting generation. With NKT.TV, viewers enjoy viewer-specific programming, with the ability to pick and choose the channels you wish to subscribe to. Missed BrushPile fishing this week? Catch it on NKT.TV, along with all your other Pursuit channel favorites. NKT.TV offers dozens of network and channel options for you, the viewer, to choose from. So go ahead, cut the cord, and get everything you want with nothing you don't. Visit NKT.TV today.
BrushPile Fishing is brought to you by these fine sponsors. B&M Poles, over 70 years of quality and performance. Mustad, best-selling hook on the planet. War Eagle, built for hunters who love to fish. SUZUKI, the ultimate 4-stroke outboard. Slime Line, catch the fever.
Hey folks, if you just joined us, we're here on Lake Murray, South Carolina. We're in the last week of November. We've had a major cold front come through, and what it's did, it's pushed these fish down deep in about 20-something foot of water. We're concentrating on bridges. The fish are still active. We've had a good bite this morning. They're hitting hard. It's just you have to get on the bottom. The other thing that this would be a great idea if you've wanted to try a new lake, even if you don't have the, the big fancy boat or the electronics, you get under these bridges. All we're doing is vertical jigging, moving back and forth. You don't need any of that stuff. Just get in here. You'll feel the structure as you go down, set a marker out, and just go back and forth like we're doing today. This is such a good pattern, and anyone can do this in the winter. Well, folks, we've been on the water on this spot about 10 minutes. We've caught 3 fish, all good keepers. Bubba, as far as size limit and creel limit, what do they have here?
Well, it's 20 fish per person on Murray. Pretty much, I think that's statewide South Carolina now.
Okay.
And it's got to be 8 inches long, which is, I think they should go to a 9-inch fish.
I would agree with you.
Since they did the 8-inch limit, you see bigger fish and more quantities of fish. Yeah. And that's what we should have. Bigger fish, more quantity.
And like you say, go to a 9 and you'll see that increase, I think, even more.
I would be even okay. 15 fish is enough for me. I mean, get him. You missed that one.
Got him?
I missed that one too.
Hey, you got to let some of them get away, you know.
What they done with this bridge is it was actually lower than this.
Okay.
The older one was actually lower than this. And what they done is put these new cement pilings in here. They just cut the old ones off and it's made really good structure. This bridge here holds fish year round.
Well, you've got great depth here for one thing.
Well, we got anywhere from over here is 20 down to 22 foot. This over here is not but about 10 or 11 foot.
Okay.
Which gives you, you know, the crappies in the cold time like they are on the bottom down in the middle now. And in the springtime, they just slide up to these other pillars and lay their eggs right here. They never have to leave.
Yep. Bubba, on an average winter, what kind of water temperatures, how low does it get down here?
I mean, I've seen this water freeze over solid before.
Have you really?
Yeah. Back in the creeks and stuff, yeah, I've seen it freeze over solid. I actually went fishing with my grandfather and my dad one time. My dad was up front breaking the ice with a paddle.
Really?
Yep. Now, it ain't like y'all get, you know, up north and stuff like that. I mean,
14 inches wide.
No, it's nothing like that. I mean, the ice is only an inch or two. If you get him, Russ, there he is. That's what I'm talking about, buddy. Yes, sir.
And you know what, Bubba, you know the big one you caught, throw that one back. When you're going to clean something, that's a good cleaning size right there.
That's the type I like to eat.
He hit it light, but I mean, you can feel them. Bubba, how long you been fishing this lake?
All my life.
Yeah.
I stay 5 miles away from the lake.
Yeah.
I love this lake. It's my favorite lake. You got 3 lakes right here in pretty close vicinity. You got Lake Murray, you got Lake Greenwood, and you got Clark's Hill. All 3 are really good lakes. They all have their advantages and disadvantages. But this lake right here has more advantages to me. I guess because it's my home lake. That's like you're good on your home lake. Yeah. Every fisherman is good on their home lake. But as far as going somewhere, the numbers are there. Lake Murray is just an all-around great lake for me.
I'll tell you one of the things that I like too, we've seen laydowns today, we've seen bridge pilings, we've seen a lot of docks.
Docks. They put them in there every day.
Yep. So there's a lot of things here to fish.
There's a lot of structure here for crappie to get around. Just like that.
Got him?
Yep, I got to walk to the back of the boat. This is a good one.
Oh yeah. Another good fish. There we go, Bubba. And this bridge continuing to produce some nice crappie for us.
Stay where you are. More BrushPile excitement is coming up.
We put the Rockport Rattler to a real test. 2 champion anglers using 4 rods with the competition jigs against 4 rods using the Rockport Rattler. The result, the Rockport Rattler outfished the competition 10-1.
Rockport Rattler Gray Haze.
His patented rattling jig contains a rattling chamber in the body of the jig. The rattle is amplified by using water as a conductor.
Rockport Rattler.
Making fish hear it at much greater distances, just like a dinner bell for fish.
If you don't have a Rockport Rattler, you ain't catching crappie.
Driftmaster Rod Holders. Whether you are pushing, pulling, or organizing, Driftmaster has you covered with products that are made in America. We can rig any boat for any technique from front to back. Driftmaster, for the way you fish. Get ready, get registered, and get qualified for the 2019 Cabela's Crappie USA Classic hosted this year on Old Hickory Lake, Gallatin, Tennessee. Crappie USA, the largest crappie tournament organization in the world, is giving you the chance to compete for over $100,000 in cash and prizes, including 2 Ranger boat packages powered by Mercury and Minn Kota in our amateur and professional divisions. Whether you're a seasoned pro or a beginner, take your fishing to the next level at the Cabela's Crappie USA Tournament Classic. B&M Poles, the #1 crappie pole company in the world. Whether you are jigging, trolling, pulling, or pushing, B&M has your pole. Third-generation family company with over 7 years experience. Home to the Bucks Graphite Jig Pole, the first and best-selling graphite jig pole in the U.S. for over 35 years. Visit bnmpoles.com for yours today.
This episode of BrushPile Fishing is brought to you by Glo-Pro Lures, Driftmaster, Gamma Line, Power Pole, Crappie USA, NKT.TV.
You make me come alive. You make me come alive. I just can't believe life's a tide of moments just like these. We can hardly breathe. So let's jump into another sea. You bring out the best in me. You make me come alive.
I've never felt so free.
Can't get you off my mind.
You're such a part of me.
We're gonna fly so high.
There's still so much to see.
You make me come alive. I never felt so free.
You have a fish, Russ.
Yep.
Catch the fish. You need to
Might
get
be
out.
a little bit better, yeah. If you can pull me out a little bit. Oh, yeah.
I'll grab just.
Got him.
Yeah. Bring me the
Bring him
line.
to you.
Oh, he ran
Maybe.
again.
Got him, Bubba.
There
Thank
go.
you, sir. Folks,
Nice
I'll tell you
fish.
what.
Nice fish for
The bridge is producing today.
Glo-Pro jigs, baby. You're actually handling that long pole very well up under here, Russ.
I'm going to tell you, it took a little getting used to. This is the new signature series I come out with. It's still 10.5 foot, but we made some
Still ain't
changes.
got mine yet.
That's right. You're in line for one of those, aren't you, Bubba? It's got the stainless steel guides, and that line just
I
zings
like
off
the
of
pole.
it.
It's Clemson colors. That's why I like it.
Brush pile colors.
That's what it is.
So, Bubba, how long you been with Glo-Pro and the pro staff?
Be close to a year here soon. I've done some help on some couple prototypes. I've been part of the pro staff. I fish tournaments for them as well. All crappie. I've done, like I said, I'm actually fishing. You're fishing with the micro dancer, and I'm actually fishing one of the prototypes that I came up with for Glo-Pro.
Okay.
The dancer, I really like the dancer, man.
So do I. Even on my home lake
I
there.
really like the dancer. They are. It's a very diverse jig, and they have plenty of colors. Oh, got one. Perfect.
Speaking of the fish.
Yeah, speaking of the fish, and I'm on the prototype. Actually, it's a really nice fish. Get in here.
I'll tell you what, too, when we talk about eating some of these, when you come out of this cold water, nothing better.
Yes, sir. Cold water crappie.
Bubba, how old is this lake?
Lake Murray was built in the 1920s to provide hydroelectricity in South Carolina.
Okay.
It's a pretty decent sized lake. I think it's like something like 50,000 acres, like 500 miles.
Shoreline?
Shoreline.
No kidding.
It's a pretty decent sized lake. It's got pretty much everything you want. You know, it offers everything as far as cover for crappie to get around. It's not just a good crappie lake. They have good stripers and stuff like that too. I mean, they have really good striper here. Fair on catfish. I mean, there's some pretty big catfish here.
Yeah.
Had a buddy last week, and as cold as it is now, he ended up catching a couple 30-pounders.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Well, I know when we were here in the summer, we caught quite a few largemouth.
Yeah, it's really good. They actually they have quite a few local tournaments here for largemouth. I have even caught. I think I've caught 2 or 3 smallmouth out of this lake, just not many.
Really?
Yeah. The lake has a really diverse in species. I've caught bowfin on 12-foot jig poles before.
today where we actually started, it was so windy we couldn't hold.
You couldn't hold. And there's actually bridges where you can, like right here, the wind's still blowing, but you can come back here and get away from most of your heavier gusts. Yes. The tree line back here is blocking most of your wind. I mean, you're gonna catch the stronger gusts, but as far as heavy sustained winds, you're not gonna be.
Yeah, this is definitely manageable.
Where we were at earlier, it would be hard to manage that area.
And we talked about, like I said, we've got water temperatures in the low 50s here. Will these bridges hold it all winter then, hold the fish?
Yeah. They'll hold. The way Lake Murray's bridges are set up, pretty much all of them are in the main channel. And see, this bridge here comes directly off of a creek, so the creek's constantly feeding it.
Okay. Tell you what, no better way to spend a winter day than out doing this.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to the world of Mustad. Legendary craftsmanship with over 180 years of experience with advanced designs and technology. Mustad is a name you can trust for whatever you fish for. The long trusted classic and big game hooks, the innovative ultra point designs, assortment of tools and jigs, or pre-tied rigs and accessories. Quality and durability are built into every Mustad product. Saltwater giants or freshwater trophies make your next trip more memorable with Mustad.
For great fishing, check out Grand Lake St. Mary's. Located in west central Ohio, if you're looking to land bass, catfish, crappie, perch, or bluegill, Grand Lake is the place for you. Check out GreaterGrandLakeRegion.com.
Nearly $500,000 on the line. Oh! And it all comes down to ounces.
1076, going in, Rudy!
Don't miss a second of the newest and richest crappie trail in the country. The American Crappie Trail, presented by Lucas Oil. Woo! Watch Pursuit Channel, Fox Sports South and Midwest for all the action.
We're ready to go now.
The future of crappie fishing is here. The American Crappie Trail.
Love it. Living the dream, folks. Living the dream.
Now, a brush pile tip.
You know, folks, a lot of times when we're using jigs, we talk about color. The fish have been very specific about what they want. And if you didn't have that color, your bites would go drastically down. Today was a great day because it didn't matter what we threw at them, they were hitting it. Now the fish were on the bottom, the front pushed them down, but it didn't lock them up, and it seemed no matter what color of the micro dancers we threw, they were hitting it. My favorites today, I used this Ghost Crawl. I also like the Pearl Purple, the Chartreuse work well, but whatever we dropped down, they were hitting. You know, we talk a lot about color sensitive, but today, whatever you had, you were gonna get them.
Last night's been the coldest night of the year so far.
It definitely pushed these fish down.
Yeah, and I think that's what pushed these fish down. And I also had a buddy, he's actually starting to catch fish with eggs in them.
Really?
Yep.
When is your prime spawn down here? Is it March?
That's the prime times from February through March, April. There he is.
There we go.
You need me to get you out?
Yeah, if you would, just a little bit. You might be a little bit better. I'll bring him to you. I'll bring him to you. There we go.
All right, there you go, Russ. Another good eater.
Let's check in with Russ for the Brush Pile Gear Check.
Hey folks, thanks for joining us for the Brush Pile Gear Check. Pretty simple rig we were using today for sure. Start out with the pole. This is the new signature series, my Russ Bailey signature series from B&M. 10.5 foot is what I was using. Bubba was using 11-foot Sam Heaton rod. Now, this one is the new one. It's got the stainless steel guides. The line comes off there nice and easy. Not that we were making long pitches today, but with that wind, I really wanted that to get off the pole quick. As far as a reel, we went with the Fuego series. It's a 1000 by Daiwa. I went with a 4-pound clear line today because the water was pretty clear that we were fishing. This is a Gamma line, it's clear. And as far as the actual bait, I went with a 1/16 ounce Mustad jig head. I started out with a 1/32, but the wind was just so strong, I went to the 1/16. All the fish that I caught were actually on the bottom, so I wanted that to get down quick. And the bait of the day was this Glo-Pro micro dancer, and they were absolutely dynamite. But that's the gear check for today.
Closing fish.
There's a good fish. That is a good, that might be a real good fish.
Oh, I'm trying to back us up.
Oh,
yes,
Lordy.
sir.
Yep.
I'll get out the way.
Come here.
There you go.
I'll tell you what, folks, afternoon's closing in. Tell you what, Bubba, that might be the one to end her on right there.
She's got eggs in her.
Look at that,
Yes,
already.
sir, already.
We're in the last week of November, folks.
And these fish are already starting to fill out. This is a really prime example. Look at there.
Well, we'll do a closing here in a minute, folks.
Yeah, we're gonna close in a minute, but right now we're too busy catching fish.
It has been a great morning here. Good afternoon. Once again, the Mustad hook and the old Glo-Pro micro dancer, great combination there.
I'm actually
Beautiful
using
fish.
one of the prototypes we are using for Glo-Pro. And these fish are just hammering. Another good keeper. I mean,
Yep.
yours are big. Yours is bigger, but
Lake Murray, South Carolina, folks. It is a great lake. We're in the last week of November catching these fish. It's cold, it doesn't matter, they're hitting it. Bubba, I've had a great time and I appreciate you having us here, man.
oh, yeah, ain't no problem, man.
You talked about a spring show, you give us a call, maybe we'll come back and do a spawning show.
All right.
Folks, I hope you enjoyed it. You stay tuned because we'll be back next week with BrushPile Fishing.
For more brush pile fishing excitement, find us on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram.